about 5 o'clock. We're getting ready to head out to Venable Comanche Loop up in the Sangre de Cristo Mountains near Westcliff, Colorado. We think it's about a 14-ish mile hike, almost 4,000 feet of vert. Keep watching if you want to see. We made our way to the trailhead from home. It's about an hour and 20 minutes. The entire drive I was super nervous, as this was my biggest day on trail since my ankle surgery last spring. This is a super easy trailhead to get to, and it's located near Alvarado Campground. There's ample parking and a pit toilet. We chose to climb Comanche in the hopes of a smooth descent via Venable. Both trails depart from the same trailhead. It was a moody morning, and as we climbed, the mist made it feel otherworldly. We gained about 1,000 feet in the first mile and a half. We continued climbing towards Comanche Lake, knowing we still had nearly 3,000 feet of climbing before we gained the ridge. The valley was gorgeous, and the wildflowers were just beginning to bloom. Here's looking back towards Westcliff and the mist that we walked up through. Onward and upward, we kept climbing towards Comanche Lake. At Comanche Lake, we put on Hank's cool vest, as now we were going to be above treeline for quite some time.
All right, we are 1.4 miles from the terrace.
Really?
Yeah.
That thing, man, I put that on, he's like, woo!
Got your cool vest? Yeah. All right. We're headed up here.
My first climb, man.
What do you think, Dee? Oh my God. Wow.
There was a trail up there that we didn't go.
I think you go around and then it cuts back from what I watched on the video.
Okay.
Did they go this way?
This is a well-defined trail here. This might be the one, like if you do Challenger, you come back on this.
Comanche?
Hank's following. No, not that fast.
This was the first exposed part of the entire hike, but it was absolutely my favorite part. As you climb up here, you get views of Comanche Peak, Kit Carson, Challenger, and Mount Adams on the western part of the Sangre de Cristo Mountains.
What, babe?
You looked up the mountain and started going that way.
Oh my gosh. Oh, sorry, buddy.
We would now traverse on the western side of the Sangre de Cristo Mountains.
That's looking down in towards Crestone.
You continue on the backside on a well-defined trail on this ridge. Here's looking back towards Challenger, Kit Carson, Comanche, and Mount Adams. And then you work your way back up to the ridge as you approach the Phantom Terrace.
Alright, here's the terrace. Where is the terrace?
Yeah. There she is.
Holy shit. And then to that. Hold on.
We stopped for a snack because why else do you hike than to eat good food in beautiful places? And as we continued on, the trail appeared right before our eyes, even though we couldn't see it off in the distance. Phantom Terrace is a narrow, rocky segment that's exposed, terrifying, and beautiful all at once. With a drop of more than 1,000 feet, there's no room for error. And unfortunately, this is when a curious pup spotted his very first marmot. No worries though, we made it across safe. Just a curious pup, and the first time he ever saw a mountain beaver. Here we are looking back at what we just traversed over, and back towards the Phantom Terrace. Now we would make our way to Venable Lake. We would stop, have some more good food, and continue on our way.
What'd you say?
My friends call me hammy because when I'm climbing up the mountains, my hamstrings are squealing.
Pull down there? I thought we saw something
No,
up here.
Venable's up here.
Oh.
That's just moose grounds.
Back.
For a pup who hadn't seen snow since April, Hank was very excited when we found another snow patch and took some time to play fetch. We took another quick break at Venable Lake, enjoying some peanut butter crackers and jerky. It was starting to heat up, so we wet Hank's cool vest down again and started our descent down towards the valley floor. I couldn't help but have an overwhelming sense of gratitude as we made our descent and were starting to finish up the hike. It was bittersweet to leave Treeline, as I hadn't been up there in nearly 2 years. And I was so extremely happy with what my body was capable of after it had healed from the surgery.
Here's looking back. Phantom Terrace was this right here. Trucking. I would say the trail is in like tip-top shape. There's been a couple down trees that were easy to maneuver around, and 2 places we had to walk through snow, and it was maybe 5-10 feet of that. So it's a great time. The wildflowers are gorgeous. The alpine flowers, oh my gosh, they were just to die for. Yeah, so if you're around, get out, do Venable, Comanche, but we suggest going up Comanche, down the terrace, down Venable.
Although it was still steep, we were happy with our descent down Venable, as it was much more gradual than Comanche. We stopped at Venable Falls, but I didn't get much video there because we couldn't really see the falls.
As like most, the descent became tedious, so we decided to amp it up and do a little trail trotting down the last couple segments of the trail.
Are you done? Good thing, because there's the car. We made it.
All right, we just finished Venable and Comanche and Phantom Terrace. Ended up being about 12.5 miles on our Garmin's. Pleasantly surprised. It was difficult, but it was not near as difficult as I anticipated it being. I really liked going up Comanche, coming down Venable. We even got a little bit of trotting in. Phantom Terrace was gorgeous and terrifying all at once. But the real gem of it was the backside, when you can see Kit Carson, Challenger, Mount Adams, and the other side of the Sangres. So comment below if you've done Venable Loop and let me know what you thought.